The Cursed Symphony. In the heart of the small, remote town of Eldridge, nestled deep within a dense and foreboding forest, there lay an old, dilapidated mansion known as the Melancholy Manor. Its origins were shrouded in mystery, and the locals had long regarded it as a place to be avoided, especially after nightfall. The once grand mansion had fallen into disrepair over the years, its once lustrous facade now marred by time and neglect. But what truly terrified the townsfolk was not the mansion's decaying exterior, but the malevolent legend that clung to it like a shroud. The legend spoke of a cursed symphony that had been composed by the original owner of the mansion, a reclusive and enigmatic composer named Victor Aldenwood. According to the tale, Victor had locked himself away in the mansion's grand music room, obsessed with creating a composition that would capture the essence of his inner torment. Rumors whispered that he had made a pact with dark forces to infuse his music with the raw emotions of his soul, sealing his fate and that of anyone who dared to listen. One fateful night, Victor unveiled his symphony to a select few guests who had been foolish enough to attend. As the haunting melody filled the air, an eerie mist enveloped the mansion, and the guests watched in horrified awe as shadows danced along the walls, seemingly alive. The music grew increasingly discordant, causing some to clutch their heads in pain. And then, as the final, chilling note reverberated through the room, Victor Aldenwood vanished without a trace, leaving behind only his cursed composition. The townspeople, upon hearing the tale, had sealed the mansion shut, deeming it a cursed place that should never be disturbed. But as with all legends, the truth eventually becomes blurred, and curiosity often triumphs over caution. Such was the case for a group of thrill-seekers who, one moonlit night, decided to break into the Melancholy Manor. The group consisted of 5 young friends: Mia, the adventurous daredevil; Alex, the rational skeptic; Lily, the curious artist; Ethan, the class clown; and Sarah, the level-headed leader. Armed with flashlights and an unsettling sense of excitement, they pushed open the creaking doors and ventured into the mansion's depths. As they explored the mansion's corridors, a sense of unease settled over them. Strange whispers seemed to drift from the walls, and the air grew heavy with an oppressive energy. When they stumbled upon the music room, its grandeur had faded, replaced by an aura of desolation. In the center of the room lay an ancient sheet music manuscript, covered in dust and decay. Lily, drawn to the artistry even amidst the foreboding atmosphere, picked up the manuscript and began to unfold its pages. As she did, the air grew colder, and the faint sound of a mournful violin resonated through the room. Ignoring the growing sense of dread, Lily tentatively plucked the strings of an old violin that lay nearby. The moment her fingers touched the strings, a shiver ran down her spine. Unbeknownst to them, they had unwittingly begun to perform the Cursed Symphony. The room became alive with shadows, swirling and contorting as if animated by unseen forces. The melody grew louder, more dissonant, as the boundaries between the living and the supernatural began to blur. The air became suffocating, and Mia let out a blood-curdling scream as the shadows reached out, touching her skin with icy fingers. Panicked, the group tried to flee, but the doors slammed shut, trapping them within the Cursed Symphony's grasp. The music intensified, warping into a cacophony of anguish and torment. Faces of the damned appeared in the walls, twisted in eternal agony. Lily's fingers bled as she desperately played the violin, the notes wrenching her soul with each stroke. Ethan, consumed by madness, began to laugh maniacally, while Alex clutched his head in agony, unable to bear the onslaught of sound. Sarah's rationality wavered, and her eyes filled with terror as she saw the forms of the long-lost guests who had witnessed the symphony's debut, forever trapped in this cursed realm. As the symphony reached its crescendo, The mansion itself seemed to groan and shudder, as if the very walls were being torn apart by the malevolent music. And then, with a final, deafening chord, the symphony abruptly ceased. The room fell into darkness, and the mansion was enveloped in an eerie silence. When morning broke, the townspeople found the mansion in ruins, its walls reduced to rubble. Among the debris, they discovered the lifeless bodies of the 5 friends. Their faces were contorted in expressions of sheer terror, their eyes wide open as if they had witnessed something beyond comprehension. The legend of the Cursed Symphony lived on, a cautionary tale whispered by parents to their children, a chilling reminder that some secrets are best left undisturbed. And in the heart of the forest, where the Melancholy Manor once stood, an unsettling stillness lingered, as if the very earth mourned the tragedy that had unfolded within its depths. Thanks for watching.